Hello and welcome. This is Gradient's weekly roundup of key news and activities in the FMCG industry in Sri Lanka for the week ending 2nd November 2021. Let's first take a look at the headlines. Chinese organic fertilizer to be tested by third party after rejection from local body. Poland enters Sri Lanka to develop organic fertilizer. Export earnings from plantation crops to reach $5 billion in 2022. We will also take a look at the movement of key FMCG industry statistics and indicators and some notable news that made it across to our desk. The Sri Lankan government decided to retest a fresh sample of the earlier rejected organic fertilizer from China's Qingdao Seawind Biotech Group. This will be conducted through a mutually agreed third party with an accredited laboratory. The shipment of organic fertilizer was rejected after tests conducted by the National Plant Quarantine Services confirmed the presence of organisms, including certain types of harmful bacteria. Amidst the current situation, to meet the fertilizer requirements, 30,000 tons of potassium chloride and 3 million litres of nitrogen-based plant nutrients were imported. Colombo Commercial Fertilizer signed a memorandum of understanding with Poland-based Regina Pupuria Fundus to set up initial work to form a joint venture to manufacture organic fertilizers in Sri Lanka. The investment of 12.8 billion rupees will come from the Polish firm, which will use 100% local materials at 4 plants in Trincomalee, Anuradhapura, Monragala and Honupitia to produce 200,000 metric tons of organic fertilizer annually. According to Plantation Industries Minister Dr. Ramesh Patirana, export earnings of plantation crops will exceed $5 billion in 2022, with the government supporting plantation industries. He further noted that the firms must now move on to value-added products to expand the export basket and foreign exchange earnings. According to central bank data, coconut exports during the first 8 months of the year were recorded at $700 million. The minister predicts it is likely to reach the $1 billion mark by the end of 2021. He also noted that new regulations have been introduced to support this target. The minister expects export revenue of $2 billion from tea and $1 billion from rubber and rubber-related products in 2022. Let's take a look at the movement of key industry statistics and indicators. Inflation, as measured by the Colombo Consumer Price Index, significantly increased year-on-year to 7.6% in October 2021. This is the highest level of inflation recorded in 4 years. October inflation is a rise of 190 basis points from September 2021. Food inflation rose to 12.8% year-on-year versus 10% in September, as the government withdrew the maximum retail price on a range of essential consumer items. Non-food inflation in October rose to 5.4% year-on-year, while the year-on-year inflation in September 2021 was 3.8%, as lifting of lockdown drove restaurants and hotels and transport sub-indices higher. This level exceeds the central bank's intended range of 4 to 6%. With a gradual increase in economic activity post-lockdown and upcoming festive season boosting consumption, we do not see inflation moderating for the rest of the year. As for the central bank's informal private sector wage rate index, nominal wages among the private sector increased 8.8% year-on-year in August 2021, reaching the 200 index mark for the first time. Real private sector wage rate index grew 1.1% year-on-year. On the other hand, public sector wages were stagnant on a nominal basis, which resulted in the real wages among the state sector workers declining 6.2% year-on-year. LMD Nielsen's Consumer Confidence Index jumped to 31 in October, displaying signs of a recovery. On job prospects, 85% are pessimistic about future job prospects, a drop from 94% in September. On the state of personal finances, 15% consider the state of their finances will be positive in the next 12 months, up from 7% a month earlier. On the ability to buy essentials, 97% have a negative outlook on their ability to purchase essentials in the next 12 months, almost on par with that was reported in September. LMD Nielsen's business confidence rose to 111 in October, up from 104 in September. Nielsen IQ's Director Consumer Insights Terika Mietadenia attributed this rise to the vaccination drive in the country. However, she cautioned of the future trajectory of the index, citing that the short and long-term effects are beginning to be felt with shortages and escalating prices. Now let's take a look at the weekly movement of key FMCG sub-indices at the Colombo Stock Exchange. In corporate news, leading pharmaceutical company Morrison unveiled its new manufacturing facility in Homagama. The company states that the new facility is the largest general oral solid dosage and oral liquid dosage production facility in the country and is also slated to comply with European Union General Manufacturing Practice standards. HJS Condiments, a subsidiary of Haley's Agriculture Holdings, extended its outgrower network to several new districts, including Badulla, Ampara, Vaunia, Kilinochchi, and Mulativ. HJS now provides inputs, training on agriculture best practices to 12,500 farmers across the island to grow many varieties of vegetables and spices. Haley's Agriculture is the largest exporter of processed fruits and vegetables in Sri Lanka. Clothing retailer Kelly Felder announced its move to accept cryptocurrency via blockchain payment provider BitPay. According to Dinit Vikramanayaka, head of e-commerce and strategy at Kelly Felder, this is an attempt by the company to expose their business to new opportunities such as cryptocurrency. And that's a wrap for this week. Don't forget to check out our weekly business roundup published each Friday at 7:30 a.m. You may also follow us on LinkedIn and subscribe to our YouTube channel for regular analysis and news updates. Until we see you next time, stay safe.